Alright, so I am Mr. Framke. I teach 7th and 8th grade math at Slavens as well as the Math Counts team in middle school. And I do a lot of stuff through screencasting, and this is a screencast. And I'm going to go through these problems. Problems 1 through 5 on the first video and 6 through 10 on another video. And if I come across something that I think an elementary school age student may not know, I will try to back up. But it is entirely possible or probable that I'm going to be using some mathematics that has not been taught in 4th or 5th grade, and that I need to go back and teach. So if that is the case, please, 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 when we start practice, let me know what the things that I've done are, and I will be happy to go through them in class. Okay, so problem 1. We have a bunch of 6's, and the 6's are going to be equal to something times 3. Well, the most obvious thing here to do is to count up all my 6's. And I notice that I have 8 6's, so I have 8 times 6 is equal to something times 3. Now, there are two ways of doing this from here. The quicker way is to say, oh, I have a connection between 6 and 3. Well, what's that connection? 6 is twice the value of 3. And for these two expressions to be equal, that means this value here must be twice 8. Well, what's 2 times 8? It's 16. The other way to do this is to do 8 times 6. Well, 8 times 6 is 48. And say 48 is equal to something times 3. And so you divide 48 by 3. Sorry. And you'll notice that I am going to be using a fraction bar to show division, not the little bracket house that we do downstairs. 48 divided by 3 is going to be 16. All right. For number 2, what is the greatest 2-digit multiple of 4? Well, I know that 4 goes into 100 evenly because 4 quarters is $1. 100 divided by 4 is 25. So that is the smallest 3-digit multiple of 4. And so the largest 2-digit multiple of 4 is going to be 4 less than that. So then it's just 96. For number 3, suppose 3 days before tomorrow was Wednesday. What day of the week will it be in 10 days from today? Now, these problems, you're going to have to write down some scratch work. And I know that's not really the way elementary kids like to do things. But these problems are going to require lots of steps, and so we're going to have to do some scratch work. So the first thing I'm going to do is just write out a weekly schedule. We have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And I know 3 days before tomorrow is Wednesday. So let's see what 3 days before Wednesday was, right? 1, 2, 3 days before Wednesday. And so then, but this is tomorrow, right? And so today should be Friday. And so what is 10 days from today? Well, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that means the day 10 days away from today is going to be Monday. Number 4. In the addition shown, t and v are different digits. So that means t and v are digits between 0 and 9. T obviously can't be 0. And that they are not the same. So t and v can't both be, say, 3. If t is placed in the tens column by error, the sum is 96 instead of 42. What 2-digit number does TV represent? Well, let's take a look at this in the error. If I'm doing v plus nothing is 6, that means V has to be equal to 6. All right. Well, if that's the case, I know that this is 6. Something plus 6 is 9. Therefore, T has to be 3, because 3 plus 6 is 9. So the problem is asking us for what is the value of TV. Well, T is 3, V is 6, so it is equal to 36. The key to these problems is to find some way of entering it, to figure out one of the letters, and then figure out the other one. In this case, having this blank space was the way in. Number 5. Jennifer buys a smartphone with a case for $200. So that means she buys both a smartphone and a case for $200. The smartphone costs $180 more than the case. What was the cost of the case? Now, it is really easy to just say, oh, well, 200 minus 180 is 20, so the case must be $20. But I'll be the first one to tell you that 20 is not 180 away from 180. 180 minus 20 is equal to 160. So that means that these two numbers, 20 and 80, or 180, don't work because they're not 180 away from each other. So let's make a quick number line. So here's my 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So the easiest thing to do is to say what two numbers are 180 apart on the number line? Well, 0 and 180. 0 and 180 are 180 apart from the number line, but they don't add up for a total of 200, do they? So what's the next pair? Well, I know that 10 and 190 are 180 away from each other. And would you believe that 10 plus my 190 over here equals 200? So therefore, the case costs $10. So there's the first 5 in the individual round. I'll do the next 5 on the next video.